Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation for another special wine, beer, and spirits store pick review. I am your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man of the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower. You can find me at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok, folks. Yes, it's all very on brand. And I am joined by my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, Tony the Rod 2.0, and follow me on Big Buckin' Empire at the Dog and Chicken Show and Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast.
Yes, folks. Now, this is Traverse City Whiskey Company, straight bourbon whiskey, barrel proof, 8 years old, 57.9% ABV, single barrel for wine, beer, and spirits. And this is from Michigan. So the glove. It says, for this limited edition release, we've hand selected the most flavorful whiskey in our rick house. Aged for more than 4 years, it's bourbon in the most natural state, uncut and bottled at full barrel proof, crafted to sip slowly and enjoy during life's defining moments. Cheers. Bottle 139 of 181 from this barrel. So nice, because normally when they water a barrel down, you can get about 230, 250 bottles. So they did not. So
no.
All right.
This is a heavy one.
This is from Wine, Beer, and Spirits, and literally one of the guys that like helps make their store picks basically just talked me into getting this. Like, it's an expensive one, but I was just talking about how much I loved the Woodford Reserve store pick, and he said, well, we got this. I'll give it a shot. Well, here we go.
Not bad.
Not bad. Real cork. Oh, it even says Traverse.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Traverse City Whiskey Co. right there on the...
Okay. Go light, because this is from the glove, and I might need a glove drinking it. Good Lord, that's a hefty proof.
So you want up to the rim?
That's good. And I like high proof, but this one I'm cautious of.
Yep. Now this one, I figured we should get into it sooner rather than later, because I've been hanging on to it for a while. And
True.
Anybody who's had this bottle, it's probably getting close to the bottom if they haven't
That's fair.
finished it off. So let's see how this particular store pick from Wine, Beer, and Spirits from Lincoln, Omaha, and now Grand Island even. And I've stopped there a couple of times. Yeah. Nice place. Let's see how it hits the
This
nose.
really hangs to the glass.
Sweet.
Strong. There's
Like a toffee-ish.
I was about to say a Java, a coffee, a mocha.
I was hoping for caramel, but I didn't quite get it, but it was close. Like you said, it was coffee-ish.
Yeah, there's a coffee bean in here, which is really delightful. But it definitely smells strong. And again, what, 58 proof or ABV?
Yeah, I think it's like 58.9 or something. Like,
okay.
Well, T, prepare yourself.
Give it a go. Oh, heavy coffee influence.
Woo! There's some spice there, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the start is delicious and sweet and marvelous.
Wow.
The end is spicy peanuts.
Dark roast coffee on the finish on for sure.
I'm getting coffee like on the middle of my tongue.
Yeah.
On the back of my tongue, it's all like dark roasted peanuts. On the front, it's caramel and chocolate. So that's
a dark chocolate.
That's kind of the wash I'm getting as it's going back across my palate.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. That's delicious.
Yeah, that's A+.
That's fantastic. This is another one. The proof would allow it. I think this one would be great on ice.
Second drink, the spice isn't nearly as intense.
No. It settles down.
Once your palate's acclimated to it.
Yeah, this one.
And then you're right. It's coffee, roasted peanuts, and chocolate after that.
Oh man, all good stuff. This is delicious.
The caramel does dissipate, but the chocolate's still there.
Man, I know you picked this up a while ago, but is there any chance this is left?
Nope.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. This is
we'll have to save this for special occasions.
This is nice.
I think maybe ice balls.
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
I definitely want to try this over ice because I think this one will definitely open up. Wow.
Marvelous. So
that's dangerous.
Now,
wow.
Keep in mind,
that's good.
I paid $80.
I believe it. Generally, you want to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 for a store pick. 60, 65. 80 is real. It better be damn good.
If it's less than $50, you just kind of got a feeling that store just kind of worked something out with somebody.
I was going to say 50 and under for a store pick. You're like, okay, is this really a store pick? That 60, 65 range is really where you want to be, but $80.
Yes, but this is 8 years old, such a high proof. So I get the feeling the reason this was so expensive is because I actually looked into it. Getting yourself a barrel from a big distillery like Woodford Reserve costs tens of thousands of dollars, like sometimes $20,000 to get a really good store pick. And so these stores are putting a tremendous investment up front to get it. And so this one was like, all right, we want something a little better. We're going to pay a little more for it. Our customers are going to have to pay it. And so we ended up having to slap down extra 20.
And the proof is there. So it's not like you're being cheated because most people are probably going to pour this over ice and string it out a little bit.
I was about to say, like with the water you're going to add to it, you probably got like this much whiskey to be, truth be told. But this is great. Shockingly good.
I'm a fan. I'm definitely interested in the rest of their line now because this is one I was curious about, but never really gravitated towards. But now,
also, don't underestimate the fact that the folks at Wine, Beer, and Spirits that do these store picks might just have palates that really match our own.
I would agree because far, home runs all the way around.
I was about to say they have a good appreciation for the sweet. Yeah, but they've got a lot of spices in there too. So so we both seem to enjoy.
Say, have we had a bad store pick from there yet? They've all been fantastic.
Not yet. So
I've loved all of them.
We'll keep trying though, folks.
Yeah.
We'll let you know if one happens to come by. But now we get to the really hard part.
This is gonna be tough, actually.
The grading. For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to try it before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. We're gonna grade this as a bourbon, as a whiskey, as a cask-aged spirit. It's shelving, and for those new to the show, the secret 5th question. So, Tony, as a bourbon whiskey, as a bourbon, what do you grade this?
As a bourbon, I'm gonna say, I'm trying not to overreach, and I'm gonna say 3.6.
3.6 as a bourbon.
Yeah. Because this is not going to be your standard bourbon profile. Like a hardcore bourbon drinker would probably appreciate this, but this may not be the exact flavor profile they were expecting because this is very rich, very dark, very heavy. So depending on their palate, this may not appeal to the casual bourbon drinker.
I let that last drink sit on the back of my tongue and
it's a hot one.
That was a spice ball. Now, granted, this is bourbon from Michigan. So if they're aging it in Michigan, it's going to have a different aging season than something from Kentucky, say. So the fact that this is 8 years, but has these very interesting sharp flavors and sweetness, which can come from younger whiskeys, I really appreciate what they've done here.
This is really, really nice.
I'm going to disagree with you and give this 4 stars as a bourbon.
I didn't want to fanboy out too hard on the bourbon scale because it's not a typical bourbon.
No.
So I could go higher, but I'm going to keep it at 3.6 to keep us grounded.
Fair enough. Now, as a whiskey,
4 stars easy. Actually, no, screw that. 4.25.
Oh.
Yeah, this is delicious. And again, once we try this over the ice, I think it's really gonna be shockingly good. Now, even more so than we were already fanboying out over it neat.
Now, for how expensive it is, I'm not gonna do it very often, but I'm gonna agree with you, 4.25. Because imagine this mixed with Barks Root Beer.
Yeah,
you got to get the proportions just right over a big ice ball. You start off with the bourbon, you put the big ice ball in, and you pour Barks root beer just up to the point where you got that much left in the glass.
Hell, I'll do you one better. Just dump it right into a glass bottle of sarsaparilla.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, Sioux City sarsaparilla.
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would like I'm doing that now. Like you realize when you come over for WrestleMania, there's going to be a couple of bottles of Sioux City sarsaparilla here.
The best.
Good Lord. So,
I think that would complement really well. If you're going to cocktail it into a simple cocktail such as that, I think that's perfect.
Now, cask aged spirit. I think this is pretty much all in the casking.
I agree.
It's 8 years.
I agree.
What are you going to give it, and why is it 4.25 or better?
I'm going to go 4.5, actually.
Okay, 4.5. I'm going to stick with 4.25 as cask aged. But this is amazing. Out of 5 stars,
I really hope the rest of their line can live up to the expectations that this is.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it is.
Like, because this is kind of the top end. Like, let's be frank, it's an $80 bottle of an 8-year bourbon from a distillery from Michigan.
We're doing another store pick, starting us out on a brand which isn't the smartest thing, because we did this with Heaven's Door, and that was a stupid high proof bottle, and
it was a stupid good bottle.
I wasn't disappointed when I tried the standard bourbon either, though, but it definitely varied handily from the standard bourbon to the store pick. So I'm expecting their standard bourbon to be not underwhelming, but definitely a little more pedestrian, and would probably get a higher rating for me on a bourbon scale.
I could see that. So, and when I went to Wine, Beer, and Spirits, they had the entire line of Traverse City. They had everything.
I've seen it,
and they've got like 5-6 different things that are available. So
I just never gravitated towards it. But now I will.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to give it a shot now. Yeah. I mean, they've got a rye and everything now, apparently. Ooh. So we'll have to look into what they got at another time. But this particular spirits now, cask aged spirit. What did you grade it?
4.5.
4.5, and I gave 4.25. That's right.
Yeah.
Now shelving. Yeah, I think this is weird. This is gonna have to
send it up.
I figured it was gonna go back on my middle shelf, but no, this is a top shelf special occasion. Yeah. This is gonna sit next to my Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirits and one of my Wine, Beer, and Spirit Woodford Reserve double oak store picks, and a bunch of Blanton's bottles.
Yeah, this is a special bourbon. I really like that.
I'm glad. God, I wish I could remember the guy who talked me into it. Like next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, "You, dude!
What else you got?"
Because they usually got like 4 or 5 store picks. Like, okay, out of these 4 or 5, what's the one you would take home tonight? And
what's the best and what's the worst? Because we're trying to find a bad one.
Yeah, we've been trying to find one. We haven't.
Give me the best and give me the worst.
All right. Good God. That's a weird question to ask any salesman.
Hey.
Like, I'm going to buy them both. What's your best and what's your worst?
But if you ask it that way, they're going to tell you.
You know? True. Very true.
Oh, thank God somebody wants to buy it.
Yes. Oh, my God. This has been sitting here for
months.
It's this ocean vodka that's in the blue round things. Like, no, not that bad. Jesus.
No. We're sticking with whiskey here.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I don't need ocean vodka.
But, so, top shelf. Out of nowhere, and I've just been sitting on this for over a year now, and
good things come to those who wait. There it is.
Now, the secret 5th question is: when this bottle runs empty, will I seek another one? Unfortunately, I don't think that's possible. But I'm going to enjoy this while I have it.
I'm hoping this will be like the Woodford, and they'll have at least something very similar come back around.
And if not, I'm going to keep my eyes open for any other 8-year-old store picks from this distillery. But
there you go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But this is a good example of, folks, sometimes just enjoy what you have while you have it. And it's also like that song, don't know what you got till it's gone. Yes. So, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for this very, very surprising spirits review of Traverse City Whiskey, a special store pick from Wine, Beer, and Spirits. This one was from their Lincoln location. They literally had 3 bottles left, and I grabbed one, and I went back the next time. There was still one there, but it was $80, so it was like, I haven't even tried it yet. So, But so yes, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Raise a glass of whatever special bourbon you got set aside for this evening. And I hope all of you find yourself back here at the K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Happy, healthy, much the wiser. God, this is fucking good.
This is fantastic.
Take it away.
We built Traverse City.
We built Traverse City on Bourbon.
Beautiful. Good enough. That's fantastic.
Here and see if it just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do if I ever get back. I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive. El Dorado. Oh, Lord. Well, let's see how that one went.
Yeah.